In the explosive climax of Iron Man 2, tensions rise as Tony Stark and Rhodey face off after the Wild House party is shut down.
Get out.
Just as things get serious, RDJ drops a hilariously unexpected line. So funny even he can't keep it together.
Goldstein.
Yes, Mr. Stark.
Give me a fat beat to beat my buddy sister.
In American Beauty, when Carolyn tells Lester she's ready to go while he's smoking pot with Ricky, Kevin Spacey bursts into laughter and it wasn't in the script. You can even catch Wes Bentley trying to hold it in. The scene was so awkward, even the actors couldn't stay serious.
Nice meeting you, Ricky Fitz.
In Monty Python's Life of Brian, during the infamous Biggest Dickus scene, the extras playing the guards were told it was a serious moment, and if they laughed, they'd be fired.
I have a very great friend in Rome called Biggest Dickus. Silence! What is all this insolence?
Michael Palin went all in with his performance, pushing them to the edge, and you can see even he's barely holding it together in the close-ups. It accidentally became one of the funniest scenes in the whole film.
Dickus?
In Season 2 of The Umbrella Academy, Luther lets out a fart in the elevator, leaving his siblings visibly disgusted. Robert Sheehan, as Klaus, threw in a bit of improv that pushed everyone over the edge, and the whole cast broke character in fits of laughter.
Oh my God, Luther, that smells amazing.
In The Duelists, during the romantic scene where de Hubert proposes to Adele, she suddenly bursts out laughing, and it wasn't in the script. Ridley Scott later revealed she was struggling to keep a straight face because one of the horses in the background had a massive erection. In American Pie, Eddie K. Thomas, who played Finch, had to pretend he was having explosive diarrhea after Stifler spiked his coffee with laxatives. He bolts into the girls' bathroom and unleashes chaos, right in front of a group of laughing girls. Thomas had a hard time keeping a straight face, and some of his real laughs actually made it into the final cut.
I would like to rear up and jackknife my legs and kick you both in the fucking jaw with my foot bone.
In This Is 40, Melissa McCarthy's character goes on a fiery rant, threatening Leslie Mann, Paul Rudd, and Joanne Baron. During the credits, an extended version shows McCarthy unleashing a ton of improvised lines that didn't make the final cut, and Mann and Rudd completely lose it trying to stay in character.
I'm gonna rip her head off and I'm gonna drink her blood.
In The Master, during a tense elevator scene, one of the actors let out a fart, instantly breaking the mood. Hoffman, Phoenix, and Amy Adams couldn't hold back their laughter.
What the hell just happened?
That elevator was packed with so much talent, it couldn't handle a little gas. In With Nail and I, Richard E. Grant breaks into laughter during the tea room scene, and it wasn't in the script.
We'll install a fucking jukebox in here. Live and audience.
He mistook the snorting sounds from the old ladies at the next table for someone laughing, which sent him into a fit of giggles. After too many failed takes, the director gave up and left the laughter in, making the moment feel hilariously real.
We are not drunks, we are multi-millionaires.
In Liar Liar, the scene where Jim Carrey gets into an elevator with an attractive woman and starts making suggestive jokes was actually improvised.
Well, that's because you have big jugs. I mean, your boobs are huge. I mean, I want to squeeze them. Mama!
His co-star was so caught off guard that she couldn't stop herself from laughing.
If I was a boxer, I would bounce those things like Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm sorry.
In The Usual Suspects, each actor was asked to say the line, "Hand me the keys, you dick sucker," but instead of sticking to the script, they all improvised it in their own unique way. What was meant to be a serious lineup scene turned into an unexpectedly hilarious moment that became instantly iconic.
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker!
Knock it off, get back.
But the real reason for all the laughter? Turns out Benicio del Toro kept farting during the takes, completely derailing everyone's focus and making it impossible to stay serious.
How many fucking keys, you cocksucker? What the fuck?
In Friends, there's an iconic moment that nearly broke the entire cast during the infamous pivot scene where Ross tries to maneuver a couch up the stairs. David Schwimmer later revealed in an interview that filming that scene made him laugh harder than ever before. Keeping a straight face was nearly impossible for everyone on set. In The Devil's Rejects, there's a wild scene where Captain Spaulding, fully in his terrifying clown persona, punches a mother in front of her child and then threatens the kid while hijacking their car.
Hands off of me!
The kid was supposed to be crying in fear, but if you look closely, you'll see the young actor struggling to hold back a smile, clearly finding the moment more funny than frightening. In The Cable Guy, Jim Carrey's character famously puts chicken skin on his face and does a spot-on Hannibal Lecter impression. This completely ad-libbed moment got a real, unscripted smile from Matthew Broderick, and it didn't stop there. The scene became so popular that tons of kids started copying it at the actual Medieval Times restaurant in Dallas.
Hello, Clarice.
It's good to see you again.
In 40 Years Old Virgin, the waxing scene was totally real. When Steve Carell actually stepped out of character and started yelling, the entire cast couldn't stop laughing. In The Empire Strikes Back, right after Lando suavely flirts with Leia and Han steps in with a sarcastic remark, you can catch Carrie Fisher breaking character.
All right. You old smoothie.
She flashes a quick grin, clearly amused by the moment. In My Cousin Vinny, during the public defender's opening statement, when he unexpectedly reveals his awful stutter, Mitchell Whitfield and Joe Pesci can be spotted in the blurry background, struggling to hold back laughter.
But he didn't,
In Ugly Truth, even though the movie was widely panned when it came out in 2009, it still stands as one of those romance films that aged poorly over time. Filled with jokes that never really landed, the movie itself struggled to connect. Yet, the blooper reel tells a different story. The cast's off-screen chemistry was much stronger and more natural than what showed up in the final cut.
Sorry to hijack your date, brother.
No worries. What the fuck was that?
In Rush Hour, Jackie Chan was still learning English during the filming, so he couldn't speak it well, although this caused him a lot of difficulties behind the scenes. It was a source of laughter for the film crew.
cheese. Cheese. What? A freeze.
Daniel Day-Lewis is known for staying fully in character, even between takes, which is why the rare moment he cracked and quietly laughed during a serious scene in There Will Be Blood feels especially surprising.
Well, take this knife.
He's completely crazy. And,
Threatened to cut me.
One of the most iconic moments of actors breaking character in SNL history happened during the Debbie Downer sketch, and Jim Fallon might be the main reason behind all the laughter. He seems to set off the giggles, but eventually, Rachel Dratch can't hold back either.
Media is so sensitive there, so secretive.
The best part? The laughing begins right at the start of the sketch, giving us a full 5 minutes of hilarious scenes where the actors struggle to deliver their lines. In Stranger Things, one of the most popular Netflix series, the terrifying enemy Vecna could not stop laughing many times, contrary to what he's seen behind the scenes.
Yes.
No!
Netflix's emotionless character Wednesday is played by Jenna Ortega. She's so stoic that she barely even blinks, let alone smiles. But behind the scenes, it's a different story. She breaks character quite a few times.
My mother's a carnivorous planet.
In Avengers Age of Ultron, during a scene where Captain America is supposed to give a serious speech to rally the entire team, Chris Evans loses his composure and breaks character.
Avengers,